It's my pleasure to be able to speak with you this evening on the principal's perspective of 21st century learning. Principals really are the bridge between the district mission, vision, and direction that's set at the board level and carried through district office to the implementation into the classrooms and at the school level. The NEA, the largest teacher organization in America, defines 21st century skills as an emphasis on core subjects, emphasize learning skills, the use of 21st century tools to develop learning skills, to teach and learn in a 21st century context, to teach and learn new 21st century content, and to use 21st century assessments that measure core subjects and 21st century skills. Our partnership for 21st century learning offers us a framework about what 21st century learning actually is. As you can see, it begins at the base with the learning environment that's created by our teachers and our students. And in order to achieve that, we need rich, effective professional development that is to take place. That then goes into our curriculum and our instructional practices, and we measure those by the standards and the assessments. We know that the core subjects that kind of serve as that overarching theme of 21st century learning, they have 3 R's of rigor, relationship, and relevance. And those skills that we want our 21st century learners to achieve are life and career skills, learning and innovation skills of the 4 C's: critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity, and information, media, and technology skills. So what does that look like in the classroom from the principal's perspective and at the school level? We recognize the need that the skills that we all learned when we went to school as elementary students have now completely changed for our students. They operate in a different world, they operate in a different learning environment, one that is much more interconnected than ever before. And with that interconnectivity, we know that we need to give our students the skills to be responsible citizens within that learning environment. And so we have a focus on digital citizenship. We also work on the skills of 21st century companies and the workforce that have been telling us that the skills that the workers need to be successful in this new collaborative environment are based on collaboration and communication. We emphasize our core subjects in ELL and math block instructions, as well as our science program. We learn in a new context. We recognize that divergent thinking or different paths to developing skills or new content areas can be achieved. And we move away from our teacher as simply a dispenser of knowledge to teachers now as facilitators that recognize the previous knowledge that our students come to us with. Our learning environments are continuing to evolve. We provide, as Mr. Duster said, one-to-one and one-to-many learning environments in each of our classrooms. We continue to develop that richness of professional learning with our staff development in Flossmoor and Turner University, our 21st Century Learning Committee meetings that take place each Monday, our SIP days that have specific and targeted focuses on our Big 6, and our communication through digital access. Our curriculum and instruction continues to evolve, especially with our personal learning through digital devices and Odyssey Learning, our one-to-one initiative, our QRI readers in the classroom, blogging, Socratic response systems, e-chalk accounts, guided math, and reading practices, just to name a few. We continue to focus on our standards and achievement with our NWA map testing as we work towards the new park assessment in 2014, and we're starting to look at growth models in the classrooms, recognizing that our students are not just working towards an achievement or performance level, but they're looking at their own individual potentials and learning paths. Again, through our essential questioning and our unit development, our teachers focus on those 3 R's of rigor, relevance, and relationship, and as an overall framework, our 4 C's of critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. And it's now my pleasure to introduce to you Mrs. Lynn Westerlund, who will give you kind of the junior high perspective.
Good evening. Flossmoor School District has challenged the statement, "The world has changed, but school has not." As we are underway in year 2 of the 5-year 21st Century Learning Initiative, Parker Junior High has a one-to-one deployment of iPads for all 7th and 8th grade students. Our 6th grade students have a 1-to-7 deployment of iPads and laptops. This initiative, along with the adoption of Common Core state standards, is transforming the look of the junior high classroom. As global learners, our students are being taught and encouraged to look deeper, question often, access and analyze information, solve complex problems, and to be creative and innovative in how they demonstrate what they have learned. Educating our students for the 21st century requires our staff to become facilitators of learning, not the lone expert delivering a monologue. Teachers participate in ongoing professional learning to support to support the transforming classroom and the necessary changes to instructional methods, strategies, and assessment. Technology is a resource for our teachers as they research best practice, collect and disaggregate data that drives their instruction, create lessons that are innovative, and provide parents with online resources about curriculum, classroom instruction, and student achievement. As the instructional leader, it is my responsibility to ensure that all of these components come together effectively and that we move to the 21st century model. It is essential that principals cultivate instructional leadership among teachers, a key component to increasing student achievement. But living within a complex world does not come without its challenges. To support our students and their academic achievement, Parker Junior High also values the social and emotional needs of students. Weekly affective lessons on bullying, making good choices, and problem solving are implemented weekly to all students to support them. Recognizing that there are students at Parker Junior High who may require intensive support in the area of social and emotional learning as well as academics, the PASS program has been designed. PASS will assist students with a continuum of positive, proactive supports aimed at teaching the PBIS core values of being responsible, respectful, and reliable for school success. PASS will provide an environment of structure and positive reinforcement to students identified through our behavioral data system, SWIS, School-Wide Information System. To speak more about our curriculum and learning at this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Amy Bork, Assistant Superintendent for Learning and Instruction.
Thank you, Mrs. Westerlund. It's my pleasure to talk to you tonight about all of the information that you see behind me tonight. Dr. Prosen and Mrs. Westerlund did a fabulous job talking about all of the initiatives in the district. This is an unprecedented time in education, and there are many changes that are occurring, and they are mandated from the state. The Common Core state standards is one of the many changes that is happening and occurring within education. And we have highly qualified teachers that are doing an amazing job that are mapping and unit planning and lesson planning to all of the Common Core standards in math and in ELA. So the teachers in this district are fabulous and have just done amazing things with your children. So they deserve definitely a round of applause for all of the work they're doing. Those Common Core standards really do tie into that 21st century learning that's going in. We do have e-chalk that is occurring. The ISAT testing, this is the last year that the students will be taking ISAT testing. So that test that is occurring in March, it will be all Common Core aligned, and this will be the last year for that testing. There is MAP testing. That is how we are really working on growth and really looking and focusing on student growth. So we continue to take the MAP testing. Again, curriculum mapping to the Common Core learning standards. Really working with differentiation, personalized learning, again tied to the Common Core Learning Standards, using data. How does data align? What does data about each of your children tell us, and how does that help inform instruction that is occurring in the classroom? So again, all of these things, how are they aligning? E-Chalk, that homeschool connection, how is that really helping you connect into the classroom? So these are all of the things that are occurring that are helping us connect with you and helping your student learn in those classrooms. Curriculum mapping, as we said, is one of those ways that we are really working on our unit and lesson